even get the Wi-Fi password.
Love is temporary. Router admin rights are forever.
This is some real gangster shit. Hashtag Fast and Furious Granny.
This is not a YouTube channel. This is another dimension.
This is where creativity meets AI.
Smash the bell icon for notifications.
Yes! Subscribed.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to the YouTube channel, and as usual, we are going to do business today, and I'm going to show you how you're going to get Gemini Pro free for university students, and it's going to take a few steps in less than about 10 minutes. We are going to be done, but first let me show you what you're going to get in this Gemini Pro. So one of the things you're going to get is homework help, writing help, video generation, notebook, LLM. You're going to animate images using Whisk, animate, and then you're going to get Gemini in your Gmail. One of the biggest features is the storage, 2 terabytes of space, but my favorite of all and what I use most is usually the video generation. Okay, so before you get started, make sure to get the Planet VPN India, and then you connect to it, and then also you will need a brand new Gmail account. Okay, and make sure you don't connect any phone number to that Gmail account. So let's get started. So the first thing is that you're going to go to Google, and then you're going to type in Google Pro account free for students for 1 year. This time around you're going to search it manually, and then it will get you the results. The first one is the one you click, that Google Gemini student offer. That's it. You click it, and then it loads, so it will bring you here. Of course, you know what to do here. You're going to click the get offer, and then wait. It's going to take you to this screen, this dashboard, this tab, whatever you can call it. You'll click it, and then click verify eligibility, and again wait. Of course, it depends on the internet speed. So yeah, it will bring you to this screen. So this is the first step we're going to do. So before anything, I recommend that you open a new tab, and then you copy and paste this code. Okay, because you're going to do 2 things simultaneously so that we don't waste time. You will open Gemini in another tab, probably it's going to be free, and then you go to the tools, and then you're going to open the canvas, and then you're going to paste the selected code. Okay, and then the code is in the description. I left it with the instructions because the first time I ran the code, I just put it like that, and then it modified the code. I don't want any modification, so I put the instructions for you in the code. It will take some time, but I'm not going to wait for it. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to write in our credentials, the ones we are going to use. For the image, you can download any image of an Indian student or whatever from Google. You can search that. Again, there is a previous video with all the steps. I'm going to link it in the description, but that method is absolute by now because it says it's giving an error that there is not a lot of information given for creating the account. Okay, so you're going to you can select the date of birth you want. I always like using January 1st 2001 to keep things consistent. So what we are doing here, we are creating the credentials we're going to use for verification, and then you can edit the last 4 or the last 3 digits of the student card. For the phone number also, you can cut out some numbers and then customize it to yours. And I already put in my student name I'm going to use, so all is cool. So we're going to select India as our country as usual. Oops, wait, why can't I do this? Let me check WhatsApp. Let me check. I hadn't selected India properly, so I've selected it again. For the school, we're going to use a school that has no district name inside it, I mean state name. So I like using it's called APJ School of Architecture, something like that. I'll search it from the list if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it, guys. Let's keep enjoying. Let's see where it is. So to make things easier, I'll write is it AJ? Let me check down. It usually works and it doesn't give any issues like some others. So make sure there is nothing in the brackets for the institute you're going to choose. It's called APG. I've gotten the name finally. I think you can give me a round of applause and drop your opinions in the comments, okay, of what you're going to think of this. And as I look for the school, of course, it's called APG Abdul Kalam School of Architecture. That's the one I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use the same name I used earlier. I used Raja Ankush. That's the name I used. I'm not Indian, but wow, I like that name. I don't know how I came about with it, but the first name I used Raja. The second name I used Ankush. And then for the date of birth, of course, January 1st, I used 2001 and not 2000. And I'm going to double check to make sure most of the credentials are right, because I don't want to make any mistakes or errors in what I'm going to do. So let's see. I'm going to copy this school name, copy and paste it. I'll go back to the card, the tab with the card, and then I'll select that and replace it with the APG Abdul. That name, it's very hard for me. Who can pronounce it, by the way, guys? Someone can tell me how to pronounce it. If you're from India, you can give a bit of help. That's the name of the school, and the email address you can use any. So I'm going to use the Creative Jaco for this case. You can use any email address, actually it can work, it doesn't matter really. I think I never selected the January very well, so I'll go back and reselect January. Okay, now I can click the verify student status. It will load as usual, then sometimes, so you're going to go back and make one last look at this and make sure everything is similar to what you put in the verifications tab. So we already know that and we already passed that, so I'm going to download that. You can allow the multiple downloads. It's going to download a PNG, an image, and a PDF file, so you can choose whatever you want. In most cases I use the image, okay, so I'll choose that, the PNG file, and then I'll open it. Since I'm sure that these are the credentials that I input and they're accurate, I'll click submit. So ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you're going to face issues here and it's going to give you some errors. It's going to reject it, but keep on trying, okay? And then it will give you a limit. It will say that your limit has exceeded, and then you have to input the credentials again. Many people are facing issues in this step, but when you keep on doing it, it's going to pass through finally. And follow the exact steps. So we shall continue, and then we shall get here to this tab, University Serious Gemini in Google AI Pro for 1 year for free. This is a masterpiece. It's like having the infinity stones. This is the tool of the future, and you don't want to miss out on what Gemini has. Okay, so we shall wait. As you wait for it, I want you to remember one thing, that Google is always cooking and they're adding new features each and every day. We already saw Nano Banana. If you looked at the videos I made, that was Veo3. I'm expecting Veo4 to come out anytime, and Nano Banana is crazy when it comes to editing. I'll make a full tutorial on how to make the images, how to make the manager creatures, and how to make videos, animations. But for now, you'll fill in your credentials and then start, and then you'll click the subscribe. It will take some little time, of course. Then we're going to see our favorite word that shows everything is success, and that word is oops. What is happening? Subscribe. That's the word. Remember, this is not a YouTube channel. This is another dimension. Okay. So we're going to get into the dimension of Gemini, but this is not mine. Okay. And it will take some time to load. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boom, we are right here to the place where we want to be. Okay, deep research, those are the features one, and you can see a list of things I made. I was trying to make an ad for a diary, company from where I come from, and it looks quite good, I can say. I'll also make a tutorial on how you could use it for making ads, the banana feature. Yes. Okay, and then the effects, I'll give you the prompts I use, and I'll show you the entire process of making this.